Good afternoon. Welcome to Moderna Excels. I'm Keith, and we're talking about Moderna stock right now. Of course, we talk about a lot of stuff considering Moderna has a lot going on, but what's really important is for investors, what are the fundamentals? So I want to go over that. Right now, the stock is sharing at 166.12. That's about 7.5% up, $7.54 up, which is about almost 5% up for the day. And quite frankly, this stock is already rebounded. It's had a high of 185. Now, this is looking at long performance from 2018 on. And you can see it's gone up to 185.98 right here. It peaked, and then it came back down, and now it's peaking again. This time it's going to peak much higher. It has a lot more reasons to peak, and we're going to talk about that. So just looking strictly at the Moderna fundamentals, Moderna is engaged in transformative medicines based on the messenger mRNA. This is the ribonucleic acid that is in all of our bodies. It's the mRNA, and it has created a platform to improve the underlying pharmaceutical properties of our mRNA medicines. Its platform consists of three areas: mRNA technologies, delivery technologies, and manufacturing processes. It is pursuing the mRNA science to minimize the undesirable activation of the immune system by the mRNA to maximize the potency of the mRNA once in the targeted cells. It has advanced parallel and a diverse development pipeline of over 21 programs, of which 10 have entered clinical studies and another 3 have opened INDs. Its therapeutics and vaccine development programs span infectious disease, oncology, cardiovascular disease, a rare genetic disease. It has created 6 modalities: prophylactic vaccines, cancer vaccines, intratumoral, immuno-oncology, localized regenerative therapies. Think about that when we're talking about spinal cord injuries, systematic secreted therapeutics, and systematic intracellular therapeutics. Now, this is just looking at what they're telling you on the fundamentals based on this company. And I think all of that, it doesn't even say COVID in there anywhere. It's just that because of these abilities, it's been able to take on COVID as well. Now let's go into their earnings and talk a little bit about that. The earnings for Moderna has mostly been, keep in mind that this mRNA vaccine for COVID out of Moderna has been the first product from this company. Also keep in mind that they've began in 2011 focused on the fundamentals for which we just spoke. Moderna is a company that has its priorities together. That's why it's going to go up. That's why it deserves to go up, because what it can do and what it will do for humanity, given the backing of the investors at the ranges we've already seen, given the success of its COVID vaccine, given its strong financial and cash position, which isn't only good for the company, but it's great for humanity, that a company like this is succeeding in the year 2021, because we deserve this. This gives us modes. It gives us means and ways. I just had a brother who died where the hospital had no ability to overcome things like sepsis, which is a disease of the blood, which then led to pneumonia, the shutting downs of organs, needing to be on dialysis, all in the final 2.5 months of his life, and he fought for life. Had only we had the ability through our science and technological means, I know my brother would have lived, and Moderna is the way to get there. Moderna is a company that's working on this. Moderna, quite frankly, is the Tesla of the biotech industry. And if you look at these financials, you'll see that they have been losing money over the course of their inception and throughout their journey, pioneering new ways to combat disease for humanity. Now, in this new year, 2021, in this first quarter, on February 27th, when they unveil their latest earnings, we'll get to see together the power of the mRNA platform. Further, the stock just hit 167.10. The time now is 2:43. I've been telling the people that are following this journey with me that I believe it's going to go to 170 today. Now, I'm just like you, a guy in the ether who wants, with all of his longing, better ways to get things done for our fellow brethren. And I turn to all the companies that I see working on this stuff, and I look and I get disappointed until I found Moderna. Moderna is a company of biotechnology that's working for a progressive future that'll benefit all humankind. I only wish that it was here earlier. And I challenge my brothers and sisters that we together back science and get to the future that we are all promised that never arrived. Moderna is that way to the future in biotechnology, just like Tesla is that way to the future in self-driving cars, electrical cars, and so much more. However, Tesla has already experienced a massive growth. They're already larger than all the other legacy car makers combined, and uniquely stating Moderna is just at the beginning of their huge push to change humanity for the better. Getting on now uniquely places anybody to be there for that ride. I see these prices, no matter where you get them, are going to be insightful on your part and at the ground level to ride this company up to the moon. Now, this is just looking at the one-day chart coming out of yesterday. In the early hours, it didn't move much. Finally, once the bell opened, it moved. And here we have some zigzag performance, all going up. Now, if you go back and you just look at this for the last, let's say, 10 days, you'll see that it's experienced some wild moves. But overall, it's moving up. So when we have these areas where it goes down, it's because people get on and they don't really understand what this company's working on. They're just looking for a profit mechanism. And that, quite frankly, isn't good enough. We're growing a company that's going to take us to the next stage in human biotechnology, making capable humanity of solving grave diseases that take our loved ones.